Okay, so this is going to be the September 2023 reading for the sign of Cancer. So anyone with prominent Cancer energy in their birth chart, thank you so much for being here. Before I get started, just want to remind everyone to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. I would love to have you there. And then by the end of the reading, if you were able to gain any insight or perspective from today's message, please like the video, press the little thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, let's open up the channel and sit into the energy. Which Cancer group am I reading for today, please? For the month of September 2023, what is the energy for Cancer? Insights, perspective, direction, clarity, truth. What messages are coming through for this Cancer group that I'm picking up on today? I feel very on the spot or in the spotlight. It's like, I don't know if you've seen that meme where the moon is looking back at everyone as everyone looks at the moon. Like, I do think that that is a common thing with Cancer where they're always on the spotlight of some sort. Sometimes the Cancer tries to ignore it or hide from it. Sometimes the Cancer is completely oblivious to it. But I want to say for the month of September, Cancer is looking right back. Like, if there's people, groups, situations, whatever, like you are attracting, you are getting attention, people are looking at you and you're looking right back at them. It's also a feeling of how people treat you. You're going to treat them the same right back. Like you are going, you're going to, I don't know, sorry. My mind is going too quick for my words. I feel also like you're playing their game. Oh my goodness, what is this? Like, you're going to show them how to play the game? What? It seems very confident, for sure. It's like, enough looking at me, enough, like, I'm not ignoring it anymore. I've known the whole time that you've been looking. Like, I'm looking right back at you. What do you have to say? Let me know. Like, tell me directly, or whatever the case is. Like, really coming across a little strong, and I don't know if you're putting people in their place or you're just like putting them in a position where they have to like show you who they are and say their truth and be their truth. I don't know. It's also very impatient and powerful at the same time. It just feels like enough with all the what is it, like beating around the bush or going around a situation. Like you're going to go directly at it. I don't know what that means. There's a lot of messages that came through right there in that moment. So for whoever that is, let me know in the comments what this means to you. I don't know. But overall, the spotlight is on you. You know people are looking and you're looking right back. You're playing their game or you're showing them how to play the game. I don't know. Just be careful about game playing. And then there's a sense of sitting in your power and being really direct and confident this month as well. All right. What is coming through for the Cancer group that I'm picking up on today for the month of September 2023, please? Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Let's get into the personal energy for the month of September. Cancer. It's a personal energy, overall energy for Cancer. Ooh, Cancer. Take a breather, relax. It felt very stubborn. It felt like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do what you want me to do. You cannot tell me what to do. Like, whatever that was with the cards here, it took a while for them to come out. I just got Taylor Swift's Look What You Make Me Do song in my head now. Okay. Ace of Swords, Nine of Swords, Ace of Swords. You're coming from a place of mental anguish, a little bit of anxiety, some fear, some doubt, and you're finding truth this month. You're finding clarity. You're doing away with all of the extra thoughts, the extra crap in your head. Oh my god, that song is in my head now. Okay. Let's see. There is admiration. There is attention coming through, as I felt. Very, very like different. Not there. These energies are not even on the same spectrum. Like you have this Page of Cups. He's a little bit on its own over here. And then you have these two where this is related to the thoughts and the mind. It's the air element. The Nine of Swords has to do with negative thinking, limited beliefs, fear-based mentality, anxiety, fear, depression. No, not really depression, but just like, oh, I'm also feeling overstimulated. Like there's something about being overstimulated. Like maybe you have a lot going on. And there's a need to let some of this go and just like zone in and focus in on one thing this month. Truth is coming out in some way as well. If you have had anxiety about lack of truth, something that you've been in the dark about, it also feels very impatient as well. The Cancer group I'm picking up on are like your power right now and what you're exuding is really strong, because I'm getting all kinds of hits from you guys right now. So it's also a little panicky. It's also like, let's go, let's get it done. Like, tell me what I need to know. Like, you're even telling me, like, just tell me my answer, or, you know, get to the point or something like that. So very, I don't know, I would just suggest like take a breather for right now, because I don't want to get overstimulated myself and then your reading doesn't, you know, come out very well, right? But there's a need to just zone in to one thing, let go of all the shit, whatever this is. If you don't have an answer right now, you're not supposed to have an answer right now, okay? So that's just it. So, I mean, you know that you cannot, like, force things to happen. You know, if things will happen with time when it's the right time. There's a timing factor here. And I don't know, it's just like, let things flow, let things be natural, let nature take its course. You focus on what you need to focus on, you know, get rid of all of the extra clutter in your head. Everything is okay. There's nothing wrong, right? Like, unless there's like a very like physical threat in your life right now, like, okay, then you would have every reason to feel anxious and fear and all of that. But if there's not a real threat in your life and it's just the what ifs and the future thinking or the regret thinking or whatever the case is, like, who cares? Who cares? It is what it is. The past already happened. You said what you said. You did what you did. You know, if you have any regret, like, that's something that you want to deal with, and that's a lesson that you have to identify and notice that whatever you're regretting, whatever action you did, whatever choice you made, whatever you said, like, in the future, if you were to come across this type of situation again, you know how to handle yourself. Okay, take it for a lesson. Don't try to sit in the past and get into this energy of like, I should have done this, I should have done that. Like, it's not helping your overall well-being at this point. If you're thinking about the future and what's going to happen, you know, like, you don't see light, you don't see how something is going to come together, like, in your mind, it's just not possible. I will tell you from 100% experience that you don't know what it looks like. Okay, if you are dwelling and stressing about a future situation and what's to come, and you're needing something, but in the moment you have no idea how you're going to get it, because whatever your present situation is not suitable to receive what you want, right, in your future, that also doesn't matter, because the universe always shows up in some way, right? We don't know how we're going to get it. If I'm just going to use an example, if you need to pay a bill and you don't have money and you don't have another source of income coming in that you know for sure you're going to be able to get this money by the time you need to pay this bill, right? So therefore you're anxious about it, because logically, practically, You know that you don't have a place that this money is coming from. Things happen miraculously sometimes. Okay? So have some faith, have some trust. Everything is always going to balance out. Everything always plays itself out the way it's supposed to. You know, you just need to relax. This is also an energetic attraction thing, like the law of attraction as well. If you're in this state and you feel like you're blocked and you don't have any opportunities, like doors aren't opening, whatever the case is, it's because you're literally blocking them from coming in from an energetic perspective because you're in fear. If you're in fear, you're going to attract more things to be fearful about. Does that make sense? Otherwise, what is this page doing? You're over here like trying to de-stress and get your mind clear, and then you have admiration. Someone admires you. And it could be people just start looking at your story or looking at your process or what you're going through and gaining inspiration and gaining wisdom and, you know, like thinking to themselves like, shit, if she can do it or he can do it, like, I'm okay. Like, I can do it too, you know? There's something around that as well, because there's a lot of love coming through here. I think you have a really good support system. People are on your side. You are coming out of love, so therefore you should be attracting, people who are there for you and want to see the best for you. It's just a matter of cleaning out the clutter in your mind. And when you do something like this, I also advise to, like, as within, so without, right? Think of that concept of, if you have a lot of clutter in your mind, declutter your house, declutter your car, declutter your office. I think I said that to the Capricorn, actually. Cancer, Capricorn, opposite signs. They're on the same axis here, so there's a lot of similarity there. But there's something about how if you purge and clean up your environment, it's going to allow you to clean up your thoughts as well and not have so much clutter within your thoughts. So, and then of course we're in Virgo season, ideal time to clean and organize and situate yourself. You know, Venus is going to be going direct again. We all have been waiting for this moment. We've been in this Venus retrograde in Leo for a good bit. I'm super excited. I don't know if it's today. What's today? Today's the 2nd. But it's in like very, very close. If it's not today, it's tomorrow or the next day, something like that. But this month, Venus finally goes direct. And we've been waiting for this moment. You know, we should have already done some things to prepare for this time, especially from the money perspective and the love perspective, right? Like, reevaluate things that have to do with those two concepts, so that way at this moment in time in this year, we can be really settled and situated and ready to receive the blessings that Venus is about to give us, right? Now that she's going direct and she's going to be in her power again. So that being said, it goes back, or tying into the fact that cleaning and purging at this time will be an ideal moment for you to do that, so that way you have space to receive blessings, you know, that are about to come through. And there could be some potential love, romantic situation coming through into your life this month in September. If it's not a person who is admiring you, maybe you have your eye on someone, could be a little bit younger, a little bit quirkier than you. I think sometimes Cancers have a little quirk to them, which is part of your charm. But I do feel that there's some compatibility. This does feel like the honeymoon phase, or like the phase where you have the butterflies and you really, you know, get excited when you speak to them or when you see them, stuff like that. It's just the beginning. It's a potential thing. I feel that for some of you, you have not been in a romantic situation in quite a while. And this person, or the idea of it, is coming through in September. Okay, so there's a little bit of fantasizing about it, daydreaming about it. This could also be a creative pursuit that some of you have, like an idea to express some creativity this month as well. If you have, you know, projects that you want to get done this month is an ideal month, especially at the beginning while we're still in Virgo season, just because that's the part where all of the dutiful work comes through, right? Like the stuff that maybe most of us don't really enjoy as it relates to a project, right? Like there's work that has to be put into it. There is preparation or cleaning or organizing it or paying attention to details and, you know, sort of being critical about your own masterpiece or something like that, and like making something better. So if you have to do anything like that around your home or a project or a work thing or whatever, now is the ideal time to do it, especially the first 2 weeks of September. And then after that, I do think that, you know, you'll feel, especially for you Cancer risings, you're going to feel better within your home, and you'll probably start to want to socialize and have some get-togethers or invite some people over, since the sun will be moving into Libra at the end of September. That falls in your 4th house of home. So beautifying it and showing it off. The beginning of September should be beautifying it and cleaning it and doing all the hard stuff. So the end of September, it's already ready to be shown off, and you can start to entertain people and bring people over, and, you know, whatever that case is. Anyway, I'm going off. I can go off forever with cards. Okay. But yeah, there's truth coming through. Like I said, you will be speaking your truth. Maybe you will be speaking your truth to a person, how you feel about a person. You'll be receiving truth as well. But more than anything, it's just zoning in and focusing in, letting all of the bullshit go, right? The unnecessary thoughts that are causing you to be in fear and doubt and hesitation and failure and all the things. It's not true. This is your mind playing tricks on you, and you're allowing it. Okay? Just be present every moment of your day. Be present as you can, so you can acknowledge and notice that these are just thoughts. Like there's no threat, you know. Your life, your reality is based off of your perception of it. That's it. You want to have a beautiful life, you want to feel happy and all that, it's a choice. It's a change in perspective. If you're saying, like, I'm too stressed out, then okay, you're going to be stressed out because you're telling yourself that you are. If you have all these things going on that you perceive are stressing you out, but you change your mindset to, I can do this, like it's nothing, I can just get it done real quick, or, you know, like, take action, basically, then just get the things done. And you'll notice that things are easier than they appear to be when you are in a state of anxiety. What is in the environment for Cancer, please? Ooh. There's a new start in September. What are we starting? Taking a leap, taking a risk, having complete faith and trust. Ooh, what is that? You are starting something, so therefore you have to end something else. You have the card of beginning with the card of ending. Interesting. This 9 turns into the 10, so that's a good, that is a good sign. That anxiety, you're getting rid of it, basically. Okay, good. Something happens in your environment that it's going to allow you to just have faith and take a leap of faith, basically. And this leap is like I don't know if it feels very surrender like I surrender it. I give it to God. I give it to the universe. Like, I'm no longer responsible for this bullshit in my head. Like, it's not mine. You know, how whatever's supposed to happen will happen. I trust the universe to make it so, basically. But here's that reevaluating that I was telling you about us having to do some of that work during the Venus retrograde. And this is also, purging and cleaning and organizing and making, sure that what we can create, what we want to create, has a really good root system, right? Like, we're tending to our creation. We're tending to the things. And I always, what is the word? I always portray it as if you are in a garden and you're tending to your garden, and you have to clip out the weeds and transplant the plants and water them and feed the plants or fertilize them, whatever the case is, right? Like, it's that concept of taking care of your creation so it can flourish, basically. So there's something that you will be tending to this month. It's like you're getting rid of all of the excess bullshit in the head and the mind, so you can see more clearly what it is that you're working with. Once you see, like, clearly what you're working with, and you tend to it and you clean it up and you make it, like, get rid of all the clutter, and you have this thing in front of you, then you know what you can do with it. Then you know what is needed and what is necessary and what the next step has to be. But you cannot find that next step until you declutter it and clean it up. So however that looks, whatever that means to you, I hope that makes sense. You can use that into whatever situation that you're going through at this time. I also feel like you take a leap and now you ended up somewhere else. This month for some of you is going to feel like a timeline shift, a timeline jumping timelines. You're going to end up somewhere. Same concept from last month for the Cancer, where I was saying the beginning of August is going to be different from the end of August. Now you find yourself in September and it's like, okay, I'm in another life altogether. And you have to, like, figure out the terrain. Get used to the terrain. Like, find a pathway, or, like when you move into a new neighborhood and you want to find out, like, okay, where's the local grocery store? Where's the school at? Where's the car wash at? Where's the gas station? Like, because you're in a new city or you're in a new neighborhood, it feels like that, where you're figuring it out and you're getting to know it. So you're getting to know this new life that you have just sort of jumped into from August into September. All right, so now we're going to break down the month. We're going to look at the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and then end of month. We're going to look for anything to anticipate, additional details, anything coming your way, just so you can have an idea of what you'll be working with. What is coming through at the beginning of the month, the beginning of September for Cancer, please? So far you have Temperance. Yeah, so good. You're at the beginning of the month, you're moving slow. There's patience here. There's a fire that has been ignited within you, and you are balancing that passion. You're trying to not go too hot into that fire, because Temperance is a fire card, but it talks about tempering or controlling the passion, if that makes sense. The cycles are prominent here, the moon cycles, your cycles. Like, everybody has I don't know, I think we all tend to go through cycles, if that makes sense. There's something about that coming through. You're on another cycle this month. Paying attention to that, acknowledging that. Therefore, have patience with yourself. You're in somewhere new, okay? So just take your time. Take your time getting to know this new phase of your life right now, this new thing, whatever it is. It could be a new relationship. It could be a new, like I said, way of living. Just think back to beginning of August. How was your life? What did it look like? What were you focused on? What were the major themes? And compare that to September. Like, whenever you're hearing this. How different? What has changed? What are you focused on? Where is your mind going? Is it on different things compared to that month? Ooh, yeah. Tempering the passion. Knight of Wands, the passionate knight. No. Oh my God. And I felt this. I felt this in that channeling of like super powerful and super like confident, you know? People looking at you and you're looking right back at them like, what? Like, what are you looking at? What do you have to say? Tell me what you have to say. Like, putting people on the spot, whatever the case is, just seems very, I don't know. I mean, I'm a Cancer personally, and I like when I'm in this type of energy. It's some of my favorite energy to be in. So hopefully you enjoy and take advantage of it as well, right? Like, you're coming out. You're not, there's confidence here that you're not hermiting right now. September, you're not going to be hermiting. You're going to be seen. So whatever you need to get done as it relates to like the outside world, get it done, right? This is a good time to do that. If you need to take a risk, this is the time to do that, because you're so powerful and you're in your fire element very strongly, especially at the beginning of September. Take those risks at the beginning of the month. Take the action at the beginning of the month. Be careful. Be careful that there is a situation or a person in your environment who is going to want to cool down your fire. They want to cool down your confidence. They want to tame you and bring you down a bit. Don't allow anyone to make you doubt yourself and your confidence this month. Okay, especially at the beginning. It might come through a little bit stronger at the beginning. Don't allow anyone to tell you differently, to tell you like, you know, like mistake your confidence for arrogance, or mistake your confidence for attention, or like you seeking attention. Like, who gives a fuck what people say about how confident you are this month? Who gives a shit about all of that, right? You are on fire, and take advantage of that. You can get a lot done from that. Just don't allow anybody else to come in and tell you differently, okay? You know what is good for you. You know what you're on. You know the path that you're on. You know why you're coming across this way. You probably just came into some good, you know, blessing or something like that that just gave you a really good boost in confidence in the beginning of September. So fuck what everybody else says and fuck what the haters say, right? If they see you and they have something to say about it, obviously, you know that that's just projection, okay? Because they cannot do, or they were not able to do what you just did, whoever that's for. Because this is the Five of Emotions. There's literally ice coming through in this card. You have 3 cards at the beginning of the month talking about fire. This is not you. This is somebody else trying to come in and turn your fire out. So whoever that is, it's the beginning of September. If you're listening to it now, you know who that person is. So it goes back to you looking right back at them, right? As they look at you, you look right back at them and tell them, I know what you're doing. I'm sure some of you are going to tell them that. I mean, Cancer is not like, Cancer is known for being direct and calling someone out, right? Like, I'm sure you're going to tell them. how misunderstood the Cancer is in the astrology community, don't you think? Like, I don't know any Cancer who is not assertive and direct. What else coming through in the middle of the month, please? I'll get some clarity and pull some clarifier cards. Just want to get through the rest of the cards here. Ooh, got the Magician, mid-September. Yeah, you've been so by mid-September, whatever you've been working on is happening. Like, it happened. It came to life in some way. The moment comes through where you can see it, touch it, be in it, live it, like whatever it is that you've been creating. It feels like you've already been working on it. So by mid-September, you're in it. Did you have this card last month as well? Or was it your love reading? I want to say. Ace of Emotions. Beautiful. You're going to try to balance your whatever you've been trying to manifest and this new love that's coming through in September. Like, there's a need to balance that. It's probably going, they're both probably going to be taking your time, your energy, your effort, your thoughts, middle of September. Your cards are taking really long to come out. There's also elements of feeling a little bit emotional as well in the middle of September. Just feeling, again, that sense of being filled up with emotion. I also think that some of you are going to be expressing how you feel middle of September as well. Like, if you've had some sort of blockage about a certain feeling or a certain emotion or a certain even situation or relationship, if you had a blockage in expressing yourself about that, I think it's going to come through. There is so much fire here for September. Interesting. What else? Oh. Hold on, I know I'm quiet. I'm feeling this out right now. Okay. All right. There's a lot of passion and enthusiasm. Oh, well, yeah, passion, yes, but enthusiasm, like excitement here. You might be really excited and enthusiastic about this love thing that you have going on in the middle of the month. I do feel that there is like plans that are being made between you and somebody that you care about or that you're starting to care about. Like, just, I don't know, it just feels like sightseeing or like going, like using your visuals, your sight to experience with another person. I don't know what that means. You take it how that relates to you, but that's what I'm getting. Something about the sight and seeing. Maybe you're seeing someone and, you know, whoever it is, maybe you are spending more time with them or something like that, but you're very excited about it. And it does feel as though you are able to express yourself authentically, to show your quirkiness, to show your oddness, and, you know, whatever it is, that thing that makes you super different. I Like just really being in your element and being accepted for, you know, who you are, not giving a shit about what anybody has to say about it, something like that. So that feels good. Again, there's something about balancing this creation that you've been working on that showed up in September and this new love or this feeling that you are starting to have for someone or something here. Okay, by the end of September, I think that you go internal. So maybe you were just pushing hard, getting all of this fire going, getting the shit done that you need to get done. That's the impatience that I was feeling in that channeling as well, like with the fire element, like let's go, let's do it already type of feeling. And then you just start to feel, and then by the end of the month, it's like you go into your watery zone, okay, here. By the end of the month, you are quiet, you're reflecting, you are going and sort of tapping in and communicating with your higher self, like checking in with your higher self about your feelings, about where you're at, where you stand, whether it be in a love situation, your life situation, what you care about, what really matters. You're checking in with yourself. You're finding lessons and wisdom. What like looking at how far you've come, I guess, around maybe love. I don't know. It's a feeling of gratitude. I feel gratitude. I feel thankful sitting in this energy. Like, I am here. This is very, very different from where I was previously. Very different from the last 6 months. Very different from the last 2 years, or like something like that. Like there's something brand new that you haven't really felt in a really long time. And you, by the end of the month, are noticing that. You're acknowledging that. You see that. And it's like just stopping in your tracks and feeling it, being thankful for it. But it's also creating some stability and some, like a good foundation in some way. Like it's giving you a sense of strength and groundedness, whatever this thing is. Yes, this is coming from the heart. This is the Page of Cups, by the way. This is coming from the heart. But due to that, it is anchoring you. Whatever this feeling is that you're going through, when you're tapping in and you're connecting with your higher self, you're looking at your experience and your wisdom and how far you've come here with the Hermit. These are two very quiet cards, reflective cards, internal cards, self cards, right? Like it's just you and you. There's no one else here coming through with these two cards at the end of the month. These are feelings and a way of being, a way of exuding your energy. And so you're feeling like a heart opening here, and you're lighting up. It's like if you had a light in your heart and it's just shining, right? Like you're lit up. There you go. You're lit up. But this is also creating stability, anchoring you to the earth. The love that you also feel is coming from the earth in some way. I don't know how that feels as well. Maybe you are going toward nature or toward earth or something like that. Like I was feeling like there's a lot, there could be some travel or sightseeing or something like that in September. I also feel that the sun will be giving you, like the sun is vitamin, the sun is energy for you, like physical energy for you. The September sun, I don't know why I'm hearing September sun. Like it's a source of energy, it's a source of like good for your health or something. That could be like literal you being out in the sun, or symbolic in some way. Maybe some of you have a deficiency, you know, need to start taking some supplements or something like that. But something is hard, something is challenging. You feel like something is a lot to handle for some reason. So I'll get more info on that. For some of you, this card, the Ten of Wands, it talks, or not for some of you. This card, the Ten of Wands, talks about a challenge and a burden and something just being really hard to handle, okay? So I was going to say, for some of you, you're looking at all of the challenges that you have been through recently, and you're just sort of reflecting on them, like seeing how far you've come, the obstacles that you have overcome, the things that you have managed to get through. But then there is the concept that something is just hard to do. So we'll see. I don't know what that is. All right, let's start clarifying some of these cards here. First, I want to know what this is. Actually, let's use this deck for that real quick. Clarify the Page of Cups. The Star, yeah. This, like I said, this person has a lot of admiration for you. Ooh, Temperance twice. Okay. Someone really feels strongly. For some of you, this page is coming from your past. Just FYI, someone is on their way. Someone is on their way. I feel that really strong. Jeez. This page is coming with a lot of energy. There's admiration. There's attention. You have attention on you. Some people or some person feels like you are an angel sent to them. They're coming with a love offer. They're from your past in some way. And they have walked away from something recently to walk toward you. So whoever that's for, whatever that is, they see you. They see you shining bright. They see you as their person, as their everything, like their, I don't know, angel in disguise, or like a healer. Feels like a healer. Like someone has come into their life. You have come into their life to heal them, to help them, like push them through something. Like they've been praying for you. They've been wishing for you here with the Star. And they're going to tell you, and they're going to express how they feel toward you with the Knight of Cups. This could be male or female. Doesn't have to, you know, just because it's a male in the card. But the Six of Cups coming through just confirms that they are from your past in some way. They're coming with a lot of love and innocence here. There's an innocent feeling of like genuine feelings. And they have traveled far to get here. Whether that is literally or metaphorically. All right. Okay. Now let's get into these cards. Top row, beginning of the month. What is Temperance? We already kind of know what that is. But you are, again, it feels very strongly like people are looking at you because you're leading by example. Like you're showing them the way to do something. Whatever that looks like. If you have been working on manifesting something, you've gone from this state of anxiety and fear and doubt and all of the dark things, and you found the answer. You have found the trick to get out of depression, to get out of anxiety, to get your life going again. Like, you know, there's a lot of people going through a lot of shit right now as it relates to depression and mental health. And, you know, like there's some fear, there's trauma, you know, everybody thinking that they're being hit with one negative thing after another negative thing, not being able to handle their situation, you know, just giving up. Like, there's so much of this going on right now. And I do feel whoever I'm tapping into is like, maybe you have gone through that as well, but you found the niche, you found the answer, you found the, like, what it is to get out of this. And you started to lead by example and behave these ways and take risks and try things out, and, you know, whatever it is that you needed to do to get out of this. And then all of a sudden it worked. Like, you went in the beginning of August or all of the beginning of 2023 in one way of life. Maybe it was the same, right? Like this low mental, emotional space. And you ended up in another life, like in another timeline, in clarity and truth. And you're seeing how this process has worked for you because you literally manifested something that you wanted. I don't even think people are trying to manifest anymore. Like, people have given up, you know? So whereas people are going through some shit, you have found the secret to not go through the shit, basically. And it feels like people are sort of looking at you and saying like, oh, like, if Cancer can do it, I can do it. Or maybe you're helping them do it, or, you know, something like that. But just be careful with the haters, you know. Okay. Temperance, please. Ooh, Ace of Cups. 2 times. Got Temperance twice and Ace of Cups twice. Jupiter will be playing a big part in whoever I'm picking up on. So look at your charts. Look at where Jupiter is falling. I don't know what Jupiter is doing this month, if it's doing anything at all. I know that right now it's in Taurus. So where does Taurus fall in your chart? Love coming through here with Jupiter. Sagittarius vibes as well. Look at how this person is just like looking up at these cups here. Again, going back to people looking at you. Not to say that you're a cup, but you represent possibility. You represent outcomes, or like there's fantasy, there is thoughts about you coming through from others. People are up in the clouds about you. One more for Temperance, please. Yeah. Hold on. All right, what is the Knight of Wands? Clarify the Knight of Wands. Let's do the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands together. What does this represent for Cancer? Beautiful. Yeah, be careful with people trying to hold you down, trying to control you, trying to claim you, trying to put their stamp on you, their mark on you. What is the 5? This is Venus also. But regardless, you're coming off as an Empress here. Also control your impulses. If you know that your impulses can be destructive or are not suitable or good for whatever it is that you're trying to manifest or focus on, like let's just say you're trying to focus on something really important in your life right now, but all of a sudden there's impulse to be a little reckless, or to be a little reckless here this month as it relates to passion, and for a lot of you as it relates to sex. Okay, so, and I was getting this earlier with this card, like, if you're not trying to get pregnant this month, be careful with it, with your desires. The Knights and the King of Wands, if you're sitting in this energy, and we have these cup cards coming through, somebody's admiring you, like all the things, somebody's trying, oh my God, I just got something really strongly. Yeah, somebody's trying to trap you here. The Hierophant coming out when I was talking about this person and whoever's trying to tame you. Somebody taming you, literally like wanting to control you and have you. Oh, shoot. Okay. Warning. Because the sexual impulse is going to come through here. So, somebody's going to want to be in a relationship with you, or have you committed, if this is a relationship thing, and this person, whoever this Five of Cups is, they're trying to temper you and bring your fire down. Yeah, they're coming through as like very authoritative, and I know better, and you know, this is the right thing to do, stuff like that. Like maybe they're telling you like you're being reckless, but just in an effort to get control of you and to tame you. Like there's an element of Cancer and their wild nature. Okay? Cancer has that in their, like in who they are, in their character. There is a primal wild, I don't know, it's probably the cardinal water, right? That the raging water that they represent. And so it's very difficult to tame a Cancer, you know? And somebody is trying to do that here. And somebody wants to do it quick, as soon as they can, it seems like. And they're using their words. They're using communication, something quick-witted. These person's quick-witted. They have like an answer to everything. They have a justification to everything, you know, but at the same time, they're wanting to come across as like a do-gooder, a know-better, you know, very authoritative, like I said. So you just want to be careful with that. Also, for a small group of you, there could be at the beginning of September a work situation that comes through quickly. And maybe you've been like on the go, like creating and doing your thing, having fun with all of the passion, all of the fire. And then work comes through and it's just like, oh, you have to work. And I don't know, like at the beginning of the month, there is a sense of work throwing you off a little bit. And it's going to sort of calm you down of all of the activity and all of the fire that you're feeling. If that makes sense. All right. What is the Magician? Oh, this is a long video. Sorry, guys. Ooh, you got the Magician clarified by the Magician. That is double confirmation that your manifestation is here, Cancer. It's here. You did it. Good job. You did the work. This is what it is. Whoever is looking at you for inspiration, for advice, to mock your process and say like, you know, this is what Cancer did, you know, to get their thing. Let me try it. Let me do it. Right? Like, you're showing them the way. This is how you did it. It's probably by having faith and letting go. Pretty much. And still reassessing and doing the, like I was talking about with this card, the purging, the cleaning, the getting rid of the clutter so you know what you have to work with, and then you can start to build, you know, from that point on, co-creating with the universe. But you did it. Like, your manifestation is here. Middle of September, it shows up. Hermit. Experience. Your experience, your wisdom. Following your higher, like, self, like what you know to be true for yourself, what works for you. Two of Cups coming through. What is the Two of Pentacles? Two of Cups coming through. Relationship here. Coming together with others. Creating bonds. Cancer card. This Two of Pentacles. This Two of Pentacles is going to come and be like under the radar. It's not going to be very visible. It's not going to be very prominent, but it is a matter of juggling something. Like you're going to feel like you're juggling something that you can't really speak about or verbalize or tell people about. Because there's some low level shit that has to do with it. So you have this manifestation on the surface. People can see it. You're in it. You're looking at it. You're touching it. You're working on it. Like whatever. And under the surface, there's a feeling that you got to get away from something toxic. You have your guard up. You're not communicating that. You could be dealing with a liar. And that's not for everybody. But I trust that you come to these readings with a sense of discernment and your ability to take what is for you and leave what is not. Okay? If you are dealing with a liar, you already know they are a liar. So don't force them to be a liar if you don't already know they are a liar. But I'm just saying, for some of you, you are dealing with that because the Magician is here twice with the Devil. Too close for comfort, in my opinion. There's a manipulator here. And I don't know if that's you or someone else. Ace of Cups, Page of Wands. Two of Pentacles. This underlining thing. You have an underlining feeling of this relationship that there's something you need to be fearful about. You need to use your wisdom. Two of Cups with the Devil, too close. Again, going back. Oh, yeah. I feel this all over my body. Going back to someone trying to hold on to you. Not let you go, control you, tame you. Tame you. I know I am sounding dramatic, but I did drink a Red Bull and I am feeling this energy really strongly as well. So, come on. Come on. Yeah, I mean, here with these two cards, the Ace of Cups and the Page of Wands, it is very much so about you having love, like loving yourself so freaking much, right? That there's no choice but yourself, okay? If the Devil is coming out here, period, super closely to a relationship, that's enough. That's enough to tell you That's enough information to tell you, amongst everything else I've already mentioned about this person, right? Therefore, at some point, you are going to be, for some of you, this juggling and trying to balance or trying to make a choice is about a relationship with a manipulating type of person that wants to control you, or yourself. With the Nine of Pentacles, this is you and only you. You already feel that this is a toxic thing. You're just not communicating it. So, what are you going to choose? You know that this Hierophant type of person who is coming across very authoritative and know better, whatever, really doesn't have anything to offer you. You don't see it. The relationship between you and this person, whoever we were picking up on this month, is going to change by the end of the month. You're choosing yourself. You're choosing, you have an idea of what love and relationship is supposed to be for you. Yep, you're choosing your money. Like, in other words, focusing on you. You're touching base with your higher self to help you make this decision. That's probably what the challenge is, and what is coming through is like being really hard. Is needing to communicate that to the other person. Yeah, the sun coming out just to clarify and tell me that that was correct. Yeah. You have to go on your own path. You are on a path. As we know, and I say it all the time, Cancer is always on a path. That path, it doesn't stop. People come and go through that path inside the chariot. People pop in, hop out. You know, the ones that are loyal, the ones that stay, like, they're in the chariot with the Cancer, but the chariot keeps going. The chariot doesn't stop. So, I don't want to say, for those of you who are in committed relationships and all the things, that this is end all be all. All I'm saying is that you're dealing with somebody who wants to control you, and I don't know how good you are with that. If you're the type of person who likes to be controlled, then hey, by all means, right? Like, there's no judgment. I'm just saying, for your path and how the cards looked, you are on, you have a lot of passion for life right now. Like, your switch is turned on, right? Like, all the way. Your fire is all the way up, which means that you're doing shit. You're making things happen. You want to take advantage of this time while you are confident, while you're feeling powerful, you're sitting in your power, while you are practicing this law of attraction and, you know, healing a lot of the old bullshit that maybe you have been going through, and seeing how if you get out of that, things start to happen, right? Clear mind allows the path to be clear and the energy to move out of the way to receive. And you're receiving right now. When you are receiving and you are in your power, people close to you, around you, who are not in their own power or have some type of projection that they are exuding on you, whatever, are going to try to tame you, are going to try to calm you down, because they're not in their own power, they're not doing it for themselves, they don't want to lose you, they feel threatened by all of this confidence, like whatever the case is. And at some point in the middle of the month, you're starting to feel that this thing is a little low level. It may start to bring out some of your toxic traits. Then it's like, okay, I need to put up my defenses and I need to choose myself. So therefore, the relationship changes. You choose yourself. You have to tell this person that. Otherwise, if you're in a marriage, in a partnership, whatever, you're just communicating this to your person so that the course of it can change, and you can identify the low-level devil shit, fix it, change it, whatever the case is, right? Like, have a little bit of argument, some conversation, discussion about the thing, you know? And you're telling your person, like I said from the beginning, the moon, people are looking at the moon, and the moon is looking right back and saying, what the fuck are you looking at, right? Like, you have something to say, tell me, right? So it's that type of thing where you're meeting your person and you're just like, this is how I feel, this is what it is, basically, you know? Especially at the end of the month, you're telling them that. So you catch on. You catch on that they are trying to do this. Other than that, I mean, beautiful, beautiful energy. You're coming across as the Empress here at the beginning of the month. You have your manifestation happening. You're choosing your love. You know, you're connecting with your higher self. I know that this is a mess, but it looks really great. So hopefully you check back in like middle of the month or something like that, so you can see the progress and see how things are going, because I do break down the month, right? So that way you can come back and be like, okay, well, this has already happened, what should I expect next? Also look at your other signs, your rising sign, your moon sign, your partner's sign. Thank you so much for your time and energy sitting through this message. It's been an hour already, so hopefully you got something out of it. If you did, press the little thumbs up button, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment, let me know how it goes. Thank you again. We'll see you on the next one.